Good afternoon to all. I would like to say it's great pleasure to be a part of this meeting. I want to thank the organizing committee for inviting me. Today, I'm going to talk about a very promising and new subject in architecture, regenerative design. I will share a part of my ongoing research. First, I'm going to discuss the current situation regarding ecological approaches. After sharing some knowledge about regeneration, I would like to present my ideas about creating a new perception for built environments. Most of human endeavors are aiming for protection and providing a healthy and comfortable life. Creating built environments is one of these major groups. However, we all know that these endeavors affect the nature in a very negative way. Throughout the 20th century, we considered the notion of built environments as a piece of private property, which can include buildings, infrastructure, and constructed open spaces. It has been created for only humans and their needs. For these environments, a linear lifespan, which starts from the raw materials, continues with production of products and building itself, and mostly ends with demolition, is being embraced. In each step, nature and ecosystems are being harmed. In the last 50 years, there have been many attempts against these problems. Especially, we have witnessed certain approaches have become very popular, such as green design or ecological design. These have been all under the notion of sustainability. Even if it all seems very promising from the outside, a deeper examination will reveal something else. We will see that we have been regarding the nature as an infinite resource for human consumption. In the core of these approaches, an intention to make natural systems more beneficial for humans can be easily identified. When we look at the prosperity hint underneath the very popular idea of more welfare from less nature, we will see more consumption and more profitability. With approaches under sustainability, our main goal is to reduce harmful results. The basic concerns here are to decrease resource use and level of harmful emissions, and of course, to increase human health and comfort level. And nearly all participants here, such as designers or researchers, we mostly concentrate on usage stage in a vast majority. So it won't be wrong to define these attempts as tools to serve for exploitation, not the sustainment of nature. Because the only thing we are trying to do is to slow down the degradation. And maybe because of that, many researchers emphasize that we need to change our values, paradigms, and worldviews first. At this very important road junction, we see that there is a new doctrine called regeneration, which has been created under the idea of a better world, And this notion has been projected on built environments as regenerative design approach. Regeneration paradigm has been developed over the advancing research results in biology and ecology as we start to understand the systematic and holistic structure of nature in a better way. In the essence of regeneration, we see certain facts. First of all, there is a constant interaction between humans and nature. Any negative effects on ecosystems will affect humans back. Therefore, human systems are entirely dependent on health and well-being of natural systems. In accordance with radical ecological approach, regeneration aims for the life in a certain area to enhance and develop continuously. Achieving this goal depends on the quality of interrelations between living entities and their environments. But before that, we need to get rid of the idea of a disassociated relationship between humans and ecosystems. Nature is not something that we can consume. Instead, humans and nature must be engaged in an equal partnership and aim for mutual benefits. Regeneration discourse approaches the notion of built environments differently from the mechanistic worldview. Instead of seeing this area as a place for humans and their needs, it is considered as a suitable tool to reassociate ecosystems of natural environment and social systems of humans into a new unity. The power of their relationship is the main determinant of results. Throughout the 20th century, we witnessed harming in both natural and social systems, mainly because of built environments via consumption, wastes, pollution, and of course, deficiencies in meeting users' needs. This will eventually result in breakdown and depletion. We see that all approaches related to sustainability are trying to decrease the harm of mechanistic discourse to avoid degradation. The best level that can be obtained in sustainability is limiting and stopping harm so that existing situation can be sustained as it is. However, this cannot be enough for regeneration. To be truly regenerative, we need to cross this line, start restoring and healing by aiming for social and natural co-development. And with the help of net positive results, perpetuation to an ever-improving environment can be possible. Although the current tendency is changing, many researchers say that there is a methodological ambiguity in regenerative design. We don't know how we are going to do this. In my opinion, we first need to systematize this approach. And for this, obviously, we need to determine the components. So I believe that we can further discuss the basic requirements for an environment which can serve for desired regeneration by following a consciously structured thinking system. This examination can be done by determining necessary properties of this environment, aspects of its processes, and behaviors of its actors. Let's start with basic properties. In regenerative design, it will be convenient to consider a built environment as a new system. This is a highly adaptable unity with flexible and permeable boundaries. Of course, when we say built environments, it can just be a single building or an urban area or even a region. This system enlarges vertically as being a part of a bigger system, and it elaborates horizontally because it includes nature, ecosystems, and humans at each level. Therefore, we can say that it is a complex unity, an interrelated network of subsystems. A regenerative built environment resembles ecosystems in certain ways. As you all know, value is determined by the efficiency of interrelations. Therefore, it is very important to every component of an ecosystem functions properly. According to this, inputs in a regenerative built environment should be outputs of its certain subsystems. In the light of these statements, we can consider a built environment as a healthy living space, a strong eco-social system which integrates its human users with ecosystems and social systems in a frame of co-equal partnership, a mutually beneficial one. For a built environment to complete this mission, first of all, it needs to be formed with these properties. However, all these aspects will change in time. So, it will be beneficial to examine its lifetime over 3 stages, which I would like to call formation, operation, and post-operation. The first stage has 2 sub-steps, design and production. Design can simply be described as a process of making a series of decisions. And it is important to focus on creating proper interactions among vertical and horizontal subsystems of this new eco-social system. For this organization, an extensive and thorough analysis should be made. In this way, the aspects of existing environmental system, properties of its subsystems, and the quality of their interrelations can be deeply understood. After that, it will be possible to decide how the future built environment can be integrated into this network. In the second step, there is production. Essentially, it is a substantial human intervention towards the natural structure of the place. It can occur as a physical subtraction, transformation, or there can be new additions. Second stage is the process of usage, or we can call it operation. As the built environment is integrated to the current network, all intentions towards production of net positive results come to life. These results depend on the qualities of systems components. If their properties change in time, results will be affected in a positive or negative way. When the operation stage is ended, the development will stop and the system will either recess back to the point where it continues to exist as it is, or it may fall even beneath this level. For the last part, I believe that examining the behaviors of actors over these stages will be very beneficial. For analysis and decision-making, new types of participants, such as biologists, botanists, or entomologists, should be included in the usual members of design team. This incorporation will help with better decisions. Producers are another essential group of actors. They are going to actualize the design decisions by executing subtraction, transformation, and addition activities and creating new products. To practice these activities with regenerative results, new associations with necessary specialists will be beneficial as well. Maintaining a successful operation depends on the effort and commitment of all users. Instead of being a passive consumer, users should embrace the role of an active and responsible participant who contributes in continuous development of the system, the whole system. Of course, constituting a proper legal and economical foundation and activating necessary control mechanisms are additionally required for desired outcomes. This study is an honest attempt to approach the notion of built environments by creating an intact thinking system. This system centers a strong engagement between humans, their living spaces, and ecosystems of natural environment. In this way, a new definition for built environment can be made, an eco-social system, which is an actually interrelated subsystems. At this point, I would like to discuss three findings. The first one is the transformation of usual actors and a new consideration for users. Here, all existing and future humans and other living entities and even their relations can be considered as an equal user. Therefore, we can be able to determine the needs of all in the analysis step. Second finding can be discussed over the benefits of expanding design decisions. Generally, we focus on usage period during design. However, it will be very useful to expand these decisions over formation and post-operation stages as well, so that we can generate decisions in order to organize even construction activities and after-use stage with regenerative properties. The last finding I want to examine is the normally very limited relationship of different actors of each step. We can say that regenerative design requires a much more holistic and effective interaction. Groups in these stages can make new connections in the form of forward and backward communication. In my opinion, examining this approach from various aspects and further discuss the subject to form new components will be very fruitful in terms of a mental regeneration. This is what we need at first. I would like to thank to everyone for their interest and patience. And once more, I want to express my gratitude to the organizers for giving me this opportunity to share. Thank you.